Can you trust the United States post office to deliver your mail-in ballot on time? Well, tonight, Choi has the results of a KPIX 5 survey in this original report.
The U.S. Post Office prides itself on on-time delivery. So with just weeks to go before Election Day and with more people than ever voting by mail, we decided to put the Bay Area's mail service to the test. Every day, 15 to 20 million pieces of Bay Area mail arrive at one of 3 processing facilities like this one in San Francisco, where they are sorted, postmarked, and sent off to their final destinations. First-class mail is supposed to arrive locally in 1 to 3 business days, but some Bay Area residents are skeptical.
It's not coming in, it's not going out.
Nancy Brown lives in Campbell that has had terrible issues with mail delivery this year.
It's definitely something to be concerned about, you know, especially with the election.
It's a question on a lot of people's minds, so we conducted an unscientific test. Mail-in ballots not only go first class, they also get special priority. We couldn't duplicate that, but we did our best. We picked envelopes that are about the same size as a ballot, stuffed them to make them about the same weight, and put first-class postage on 100 of them. To compare how different Bay Area regions perform, we divided the mock ballots into 4 packs of 25 each and addressed them to 4 different P.O. boxes in Santa Clara, Contra Costa, Alameda, and San Francisco counties. Then we broke up into 4 teams and hit the road, dropping our envelopes off at 100 mailboxes, post offices, and even the mailman.
Thank you, sir.
In 24 cities across the 4 counties. 4 business days later, we came back to check. First stop, our P.O. box in Walnut Creek, where we counted and recounted.
Here in Walnut Creek, in our Contra Costa County P.O. box, only 22 out of the 25 arrived.
All our mock ballots arrived within 4 days in both Santa Clara and Alameda counties, and the last 3 Contra Costa ballots came in on day 6. But as for San Francisco, we're still waiting on 2 to arrive.
The 2 fake ballots you sent never show up. It is concerning.
But Jonathan Stein with the voting rights watchdog group Common Cause says this election, for the first time, you can track your ballot and get a new one if it gets lost. Another big change, as long as your mail-in ballot is postmarked by Election Day, it has 17 days to get to the registrar's office instead of the traditional 3.
So even quote-unquote late ballots still have more than enough time to get to the elections office and be counted.
But what if the ballot is postmarked the day after Election Day? A recent analysis of vote-by-mail ballots in Sacramento, San Mateo, and Santa Clara counties found that on average, 1.7% get rejected. Problems with signatures are partly to blame, but the top reason, they arrive too late, mostly because they're postmarked too late.
I don't think that's voters who are trying to mail their ballot the day after Election Day. I think it's voters who are putting their vote-by-mail ballots in a blue box after the last pickup on Election Day, not realizing that it's going to be postmarked the following day.
Yeah, I mean, that's a critical point. People have to be aware of the pickup times on those boxes.
John Arns is director of elections for San Francisco. He says if you've waited until Election Day to send in your mail-in ballot, don't put it in the mailbox. Instead, drop it off in person.
We have 2 stations on either end of the voting center. People can bring their ballots and drop them off. Then also we have some more ballot drop-off sites starting the weekend before Election Day. Then on Election Day, we have 588 polling places in San Francisco.
As for our missing 2 San Francisco mock ballots.
Again, that's not the same thing as mailing a ballot. There is no P.O. box, there's no branch office involved. And for this election, the post office is extremely focused on getting ballots to voters. And they're extremely focused on getting those ballots to the Department of Elections for tabulation. So yeah, I'm very confident in the process.
Back in Campbell, Nancy is regaining some of her confidence since all 3 ballots we mailed from her hometown arrived within 4 days.
I'm hopeful. I'm definitely very hopeful that maybe they're getting it corrected and we'll see a difference here.
But she says she's still going to play it safe.
No, I'll hand deliver mine myself. This is a really big year, and it's really important to get your vote out there and make sure it counts.
In the Postal Service's latest survey, 81% of national first-class mail arrived within 3 to 5 days. Locally, we did better than that with 95% of our mock ballots coming in on time. And keep in mind, the post office has beefed up its service for this election to prepare for a historically high number of mail-in ballots. In San Francisco, Choi, KPIX 5.
We've posted a link to mailbox pickup times in your neighborhood, along with all the resources you need to make your vote count at kpix.com.